Hey guys, it's 11:30 at night, and I almost missed my opportunity. And I promised myself, like I said, that I would do one per night journaling our experience this the 2020 pandemic. So today I went to Walmart, Super Walmart, to get a few items for my son and his wife. They're hunkered down. They're not getting out of their house if they can help it. You know, essentials like dishwashing liquid, diapers for my daughter and her baby and whatnot. And there was no Tylenol. I mean, no Tylenol. And if you are in America and you live near a Super Walmart, you know how ridiculous it is to be out of anything. Um, when my husband and I traveled to Europe and Mexico, all the foreigners talk about is Walmart, because where else can you get ice cream at 3 o'clock in the morning on every corner? Because there's Walmarts everywhere in America. And other countries have things like Mega and places like that, but no one has the quantity of superstores that we have here that I've seen. But anyway, so they're out of Tylenol, toilet paper, water again, even though they're rationing it. We're only in day 5, folks. We haven't even closed out a full week of this shelter in place thing in Louisiana, and you cannot find toilet paper, water, and now Tylenol, and I'm not sure what's next, but Creature Comfort's probably chocolate. But it's insane. We're still okay. Everybody's still somewhat happy, a little anxious, a little nervous. The anxiety's setting in when you talk to people. Suddenly the talk is no longer of it's just the flu. Now the entire community is starting to really feel the panic, and we're inundated in news, and we're checking updates because if I haven't mentioned it already, this today is Friday, March the 20th. The very first diagnosis ever was December 31st in China. And it has been rapidly moving around the globe and increasing in transmission at an insane rate. And they had to develop a test, and the tests were not in mass quantity. So we didn't have access to testing. So people are walking around with plain old flu symptoms, probably sick, and we didn't know it, or worse yet, symptomless, and we didn't know it. So tomorrow I'm going to try and put up a chart so you can kind of see how quick the transmission has moved and how rapid the death rate has gone up. And I've heard that that it's now mutated. Originally, those most vulnerable were the elderly and those with compromised immune systems or compromised health issues like respiratory issues, hypertension, diabetes. Now they're saying that they're seeing more critical visits to the emergency room from the 20 to 40-year-old age group, and even children, 5-year-olds. But previously, children seemed to be ineffective. So it seems as though it might have mutated. And again, you kind of split in the middle. On the one hand, you're like, if I stay home and do the right thing, this will be over soon. But on the other hand, you're like, man, this really is a thing, right? And it's scary in the moment, but when you look back at the history of pandemics, historically, pandemics, about 1 million people die when there's a major one. That's normal, and they usually are contained. Sometimes it takes a couple of years, sometimes a few months, right? They are saying they look for this to be an 18-month pandemic. That doesn't mean that we individually be impacted for 18 months, because in Wuhan, it's at ground zero. They've seen no cases for a couple of days, so they may be coming out of it, and that would have been about a 60 to 90-day ordeal for them quarantined. We are probably going to move into quarantine next week. And what that means is we will go from, first they took away the restaurant and bars, and we're just doing curbside and takeout, delivery, that kind of thing. Next, they're going to move to, I think, if it follows suit from other places, it'll be you don't leave your home except to go to the pharmacy or the grocery store. And then they may restrict that even further and give you limited windows of time to go so that you're not encountering large crowds at the grocery store or the pharmacy. You may be limited walking outside your home because you might encounter someone else, because this is airborne. And they're saying that it can linger in the space of the air anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. It can linger on surfaces for several days. So, it's not a great thing. Our mood is still good. In a week, it might not be so. I'm starting to notice my loved ones are getting a little cranky, and with each other. Not in my home, but my loved ones are starting to get cranky and confrontation with each other, and I credit that to the stress of the environment and job insecurity, education insecurity, those kinds of things. I'm a woman of faith, and so that helps me, because I know that no matter what happens, it's in God's plan. You believe, don't believe, it's up to you. But that's my belief, and my belief is that God has a plan. This is part of the plan, whether you like it or not. And If at the end of it, I'm not here to give the last video, then that was part of the plan. And if I am, then I was just here to witness the experience. And I think it might be meaningful. I'm hoping to load the memes and the funny videos and things, because people are, levity in crisis. There's some funny stuff out there. The latest one was some celebrities put together Imagine by John Lennon, which is funny because that keeps playing in my head through these two songs. Imagine and It's the End of the World as We Know It keep playing in my head. But anyway, these celebrities talking about imagine no possessions, and this guy comes on and says, I don't have to. This is my life. I have no possessions. It's easy for you to say when you're a multimillionaire in your, third house. Anyway, so pulling together to work remotely from your home, pros and cons. Pros, I save I save about an hour in what's the word? And transportation time, and lunch is at my beck and call. I can, I have my own private bathroom in the RV, right? And, I don't have to dress for work. So when we go back, when life gets back to normal, it's going to be hard to not wear pajamas to work. I'm going to have to put on real clothes and makeup and fix my hair again. You're going to lose my lovely ponytail. In another few weeks, a lot of us are going to know what our natural hair color is, because we won't be able to go to the salon. So the roots are showing, but by the end of this, I might be solid gray and my brows will probably fade. But anyway, it's late. I'm already at almost 7 minutes, and still upbeat, still positive, still optimistic, because again, I'm upright, breathing, and smiling, so it's a good day. My loved ones are safe so far, knock on wood, and I hope to see you at the end of this. Good night.